YouTube, what up? I'm working on the M44, once again, my boomstick, and here's what we're going to do to it for this winter. Granted, this is a, I don't know, one-day project, but what I want to do is accurize my Mosin. Now, I want to make it different than a lot of the other channels that are out there. First off, you can see where my barrel hits my stock right there. When it heats up, that's what causes massive just straying, horizontal straying for the most part, given 2 or 3 inches each way, left or right. The first 3 rounds will be relatively on target. Anyway, so what I want to do is I want to keep this sling swivel on here along with my Picatinny rail that I made myself and put it on there. And I want to cut it, I just want to cut it off, and then I want to widen this gap from right about here to all the way back, and that ought to do it. And then I might glass bed it, but I don't know, that's in the future. But right now, today, this project is going to entail figuring out how I'm going to do this. So let's get started. Alright, so I took the Mosin out of the Mosin stock, and what we have left is my sling swivel that I've bolted in there, and also my Picatinny rail that I've also bolted in there. And what I want to do is I'm going to take it down at an angle like that, and this is just going to be off, and you can see where it was rubbing all along here, along the barrel. And then I'm going to take a nice angle right along here and right along there, and it's going to come down like that. That's the idea. Let's get it going. Alright, we're looking at the macro cuts I just did with the Sawzall. Nothing to it. There's where it used to be, and I already made the angle slot, so good to go. Okay, so I've done some of the micro adjustments, and as you can see, of course, there's a burr right there, but it's a lot smoother, and it's coming out to fruition. See, get at the angle. All right, I like the way that's looking right now. So right about now, I'm gonna start carving this out. Yep. I noticed something funny. Mosin Nagant. Now, that's probably right, but I've never seen it spelt that way, and this is in the ATI stock, as you can see from maybe whatever's left of that. Anyway, thought that was odd. If anyone knows anything about that, comment below. Much appreciated. For dremeling this out, we're going to use one of these guys. I don't really know what they are, but it's the same tool that Iraq Veteran was using in his Mosin ATI stock video. Alright, so everything's free-floated except for this damn sling swivel. As you can see, that's riding right against the barrel, and I've already taken some material off. So I think I'm just going to have to make the overall bump there that's supporting it up shorter. Alright, if you look down right there, you'll see that the screw head is just not even close to the actual bore, about a 1/4 inch gap. So win! Alright, going to use our stripper money here, and let's bring it back. Alright, all the way to the front sight block, and you're good to go. No interruptions. Alright, so as far as this barrel goes, I think I got everything that I need physically, now cosmetically. I was just going to patch up everything, but I think I'm going to repaint the whole gun. Now, I don't know what I'm going to do here, so let's see the finished product whenever I get done finishing this video. Alright, so I went, obviously, with a simple black coating. Why? Because if I decide I don't like it, I can just paint over it in the future. So black is always good. Once you go black, you don't go back, as the saying goes. For all you safety Nazis out there, it is empty. And so I cut and free floated the barrel. You should see a nice gap in between there now. Don't need much. And last thing to do is just to get out to the range. Everybody say hi to Arnold! Yay, Arnold! Anyway, so let's talk about the M44 and its performance at 50 yards, which was not all that great, as you can see. Not all that great, just horrible. My predictions on this. I have hit plates at 400 yards with this gun, iron sights, which I no longer have, so it's not the rifle's fault. What could it be? Well, as I was sighting it in, as you can see, there's quite a bit of pressure on the scope, and the scope actually tilted as I was sighting it in. So I think I just need to get a better scope. I think I need to not cheap out on it. But let's talk about the groups. So this is the sighting in group. It all shot to the left, and I narrowed it down and I brought it down. And what's weird is that I don't believe that this is the rifle, because we have this guy right here and this guy right here. All 4 shots. 1, 2, 3, 4. That means my scope shifted. I did not modify it. I did not do anything. And that scares me. This is at 50 yards. This is more of the group I'm looking for at 50 yards. Maybe a little bit bigger out of an old Mosin shooting surplus ammo. Now, where it went from there, I don't know, because I continued to shoot at the target, and I went down to this guy, and I wanted to see how I could group down here, and this is how I grouped. And this is after I started getting assumptions about the scope. So ultimately, it still needs more work, and I think it has to do with either the scope or the ATI scope mount, but that should be rock solid. So I think it's the scope. Can't cheap out on scopes. Gotta buy a good one, especially if you're gonna have a muzzle brake like I do. Anyway, Arnold's running away. Hey, buddy. He's my hermit crab. Remember to have a great day and a great life.